Hi everybody, we're up to day 4. Yesterday I was really vulnerable and I'm still feeling vulnerable today, so when the heading was play, I kind of went, well, usually that's what I'm on about, but I'm still feeling a bit raw. So how do you play when you're feeling a bit raw? And Nick was talking today about, this is actually this is soulfulness. If that's how it is right in this moment, that's how it is, and that's okay. So Nick's conversation about colour today, what colours are right for me. I'm just shoving a few things around. The thing I find is if you go and you just buy one tube of paint in a shop, generally you're going to pick a colour that you really love. There's no two ways about that. Yeah, there's absolutely no two ways about that. You're just going to do that. You're not going to buy a colour you don't like. It's as simple as that. So I find that a lot of my colour palette is just colours I love. And so every time this one's a really, I don't know what's wrong with this one. It's really stiff. I can never get anything out of it. It's the same as all the others. Maybe it's just an old one. Oh, there we go. I mean, you know, the change of mood when you start to put out those colours you love and have a play, that's pretty good fun really, isn't it? That's an Australian sienna, that one's called, but this is what I thought I was putting out. Metallic, I love that. So I've pre-gessoed this background so as it was ready to go. Got a bit of this yellow. So it's funny to have such a light kind of topic, and I kind of feel heavy. Heavy with, it's sort of a grieving. It's a grief that's come over me. And I have no idea why or where, or doesn't matter, does it? Does it matter? It doesn't. It just is. Brush. So we've all been on a pretty intense journey in one way or another with the whole COVID stuff. We're still on a pretty intense journey with the COVID stuff, as we come out of lockdown. I notice other people are going back into lockdown, and this is, you know, this is sort of the state of the world at the moment. Sometimes my sense of grieving is grieving for others, what others go through. And the state of the world, of course. So there's a real sense of how do I get out of that place if I get into it. So I've already started to lift out. As soon as I'm putting the brush to the page, I'm already starting to lift out of it a bit, because this is my happy place. This gets me out of that deep sense of whatever it is that's going on. And I've already meditated, and that helped. That's a good thing to do. So one of the things I notice about any of this sort of a practice is the deeper I go, the less I have words, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If I think, oh, I'm on YouTube, I should actually be talking to you all, I'm kind of making a judgment maybe about whether or not you even like that. Don't know if you can hear, I just fed the cat so I could just do this uninterrupted, but there she is at the window having a right old whinge. Now, this needs something else. So, you know, I'm starting to put stuff down, and I'm starting to get a sense of the lightness that comes with this play over, you know, over an event. I want to do something else to it, and I'm not quite sure what. Oh, my crayons. Haha, there you go. Oh, my desk has become a total mess again. Story of my life. Here we go. My crayons. Right, so playfulness, but also what colour? Let's bring it back to the colour. I couldn't stay on task to save myself, but I'm just going to allow the colours that I feel drawn to be here with me today. Yeah, so anyway, I am obviously not having words today, and that's okay too. The challenge of verbalising when you're in the space of your creative space. Tomorrow, of course, will be different, and I'll be talking my head off. I think this deep dive gives you, you know, when you're doing a more process-oriented deep dive, it gives you permission to just be a little bit more of what, ooh, not that orange, a bit more of what your inner world is doing. My friend Natalie, that I mentioned a couple of videos ago, is doing a similar process where she's just decided to do this every single day and see what happens and what comes out. She does some beautiful work. So off YouTube, I've decided to do one of these a day. I think she's going to do 100 days. I probably will just post the picture only on Instagram. It's just, I think it will be too hard to maintain trying to be in the creative process, video and edit for this particular one. Okay, I love that. I love that. Now I'm going to, I usually use my Poscas with this, so I've got to go and just find them. Oh, no, here's a pencil, that'll do. I actually love that little spontaneous pencil mark there. Love this bit of a squiggle here. I think it's still, I just want to, actually, this is what I want to do. I was just about to say, oh, can I do any more or not? Is that it? But I realised I actually needed to just do this. Pare a bit of that murky back there that I wasn't happy about. That's better. It's coming along now. Right, so I'm just going to echo that little triangle with tiny little triangles in it. I like that. I think that this is going to be it for now. It's one of those things where I need to now where I look at it, I go, I actually have to walk away and do something else for a minute and come back to it. And what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that at all. So to be honest, I actually feel like I'm really in the mood for play now. So it just goes to show how our creative journey can really help lift us out of any kind of boggy emotion that we might get into. I certainly didn't feel like I was wallowing for days and days on end, but I was just being an allowance of it coming up and seeing it for what it was, letting it come up, come through me and go out. All right, well, there you are. This is day 4. What colours? A lot of these colours are just colours I love. I tended to, I don't tend to think that I am attracted to these darker colours, but I do like a bit of red and I do like a bit of burgundy. So it's quite interesting to me that I would imagine when I scan this into the computer that I will probably lighten it up a lot. And yet I love it on the page here like this. But if I want to rework it, I'd lighten it up and come back and work it. That's that. I actually, just from yesterday, before I go, I'm going to just look at yesterday's. So the work I did yesterday is, now I showed all these little snippets, but the work that I did yesterday, I have taken some more snippets from. So this is a close-up of this bit, love that. And like I said yesterday, I was going to do a close-up of the little circle, the Stonehenge circle I'm going to call it. And this was a scan I took of the whole piece from yesterday. So that's where I've pulled that out. I pulled that out from here. I've pulled this out from here. I think that was from the day before too. So there you go. I'll come tomorrow. I'll day 5. I'll come back with what happens from this one, where I take it, where it goes from there. That's it for me for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the journey too. Bye for now.